What's up, guys? Eric Thane here from Cinema Mastery, and well, we're going low production value today. So those of you guys that have been following me, you know that I packed up everything a few weeks ago, about 3 weeks ago. My wife and my kids and I, we packed up our whole house and moved across the country to Idaho. And well, we are still kind of in limbo. All of our stuff is still in the moving truck. It's not here yet. So I'm in our new house. It's completely empty. I don't have a camera. I don't have lights. I don't have anything. I'm just here. And I actually had a video planned for you guys, and it was already done and shot and edited and scheduled and ready to go. And it was this really cool lighting breakdown of a commercial for the Olympics, and it had Usain Bolt in it and everything. You could look it up. It's really cool. And so I did this breakdown of it. Well, I guess the International Olympic Committee does not want me using any of their stuff at all. We tried multiple times to upload it and get it to work, but we just kept getting taken down for copyright claims. So here I am. This is going to be today's video. So hope you guys are all doing well, and I wanted to just jump on here and share something with you, at least so that we can get a video out this week and, share some thoughts with you and do something to help inspire you and give you some motivation to move forward. So I wanted to talk about one of the most important things that you need to know as a filmmaker and need to do in order to get clients as a filmmaker. And that is that you've got to make yourself stand out. Now, I made a post about this the other day on my Instagram feed, and it got quite a big response. And so I wanted to just share the story real quick because I think this is really powerful. I remember when I was getting started as a filmmaker, and I was brand new. I was trying to get clients. I felt like I was competing a lot with some of the other filmmakers in my area, and it was a struggle a lot of the time trying to figure out how do I get clients and not lose them to other people. And there's just a lot of stuff going on. And I remember I got this one client who hired me to do a music video for her. And it was a really cool client. They had a decent budget at the time. It was enough for me to be excited about it at least. And so I shot this music video. I made it really cool. I put all this effort into it and tried to do some cool special effects and try to make it amazing. And I shot this video. It was good. Sent it off to the client after I edited it. I edited with some cool effects and everything. Sent it off to them. They were super happy with it. They were like, "This is amazing. We love it. This is super cool." They posted it on social media. They shared it with their friends. They did the whole thing with the music video. And it was awesome. They're like, "Yeah, we definitely want to work together again. It's been amazing working with you. Let's work together again." And I was like, "Yeah, that's cool. That would be awesome." Well, a few months later, another music video by the same artist came out, and it was shot by somebody else. And I was kind of baffled. I was just sitting there wondering how, if the experience was so good and you were so happy with it and everything was fine and it turned out great and you were happy, then why would you go hire somebody else? Why did I lose this client to somebody else? And I don't know if you guys have ever been in a situation like that, or if you've ever felt that way or had a client that just kind of hired you and then moved on to someone else, or didn't hire you and decided to hire somebody else, and you were left kind of confused as to why that happened. And if that's you and you've been there before, then I can totally relate because I remember that happening a lot. And so in this situation specifically, I kind of pried a little bit to find out well, what happened, how come you hired this person and everything. And I found out that the reason was because the other guy had offered to do the video for free. And that's just the worst, right? That's worse than anything, finding out that somebody got your client, got your job because they were willing to do it for half the price or for free. And I was kind of bugged about it for a while, and I was, just well, I can't compete with that. And typically what as filmmakers do is that we look at that and we go, okay, well, I guess I got to lower my prices to compete. And then we end up lowering our prices. And then you end up basically what happens is you bring your prices down, trying to just get clients in the door. And then what happens is you end up just competing for the bottom of the barrel, the worst clients at the lowest prices. And it puts you in a bad situation as a filmmaker. Now, what I didn't realize then and that I know now is that the reason that I lost that client wasn't really because he was willing to do it for free. The reason is because my work didn't stand out enough. So I have this phrase that I always like to say, and it's different gets paid. If you want to get paid as a filmmaker, you want to get clients and actually get high paying clients, you've got to be different. You've got to stand out. You've got to create truly cinematic, high value, high quality work that is different from what every single other videographer out there is doing. And even though I thought my work was good, even though I was making videos that were nice, and the video that I did for this artist was like, it was good, and it was lit well and it was fine. It really, like, when it came down to it though, it was really just standard videography. It wasn't cinematic. It didn't tell a story. There was nothing amazing about it. It was just good. And the honest reality is that, well, pretty much anyone can do that. And so if your work is just good and it's just standard videography, you've got a lot of competition. And there's always going to be somebody out there who's willing to do the same work at the same quality level for cheaper or for free. Okay, there's filmmakers that want to build their portfolio, or they want a certain client, they want to network with somebody. Whatever their reasons are, it's fine. There's always going to be somebody though that is willing to do it for cheaper or for free. So how do you compete with that? Well, the answer is to not compete at all. And honestly, if you follow this advice and you do exactly what I'm telling you to do right now, you won't have competition anymore. If you can create really, truly cinematic work that is a cut above what everybody else is doing, and not necessarily, I guess I'm not necessarily saying that it has to be better, but it has to be different. It's got to look different. It's got to have a unique look, a unique flavor that is different from what everybody else is doing. If you can do that, then what happens is you actually eliminate all of your competition. Because now when a client looks at you in terms of somebody that they want to hire, and they go to somebody else, they're going to realize that nobody else offers what you offer. And this was the big aha, the big epiphany that I had that really turned my business around. When I realized that, well, I need to learn how to create cinematic work, and it's got to be completely different from what the average standard videographer is doing in my area. Once I started doing that, I started picking up bigger clients, and I started hanging on to those clients. In fact, they would hire me, they would be so happy with it, and they would look at the work and go, wow, this is really cool. This cinematic commercial video is amazing. And then they would never go anywhere else because there wasn't anywhere else for them to go. All the other filmmakers that they knew were just shooting like standard videography, whether it was wedding videos or real estate or music videos or even commercials. It doesn't matter. Like, that style is super important. And so when I started creating really high quality cinematic style work, that's when I made it so that I was actually able to stand out. Now, it's kind of funny, actually, I'm just thinking about it now, that I'm talking about this topic while I'm shooting this video on my iPhone. Just kind of a random juxtaposition there. Anyway, but that's what I wanted to share with you. I know this is kind of a short video compared to some of my other ones, but at least wanted to get something out there, and I hope that's valuable for you. So bottom line is, if you want to make money as a filmmaker and get clients that will stick around, that will pay you a lot, and that will continue to pay you over time, you've got to be different. You've got to stand out. You've got to, I think the best way to do it is to create truly cinematic work. I'm not talking about like the videography you see out there where everybody calls it cinematic. I'm talking like movie style, Hollywood style, high level commercial cinematography. And you know what? It's not that hard to do. It doesn't take as much time and as much effort and the gear and the experience that you probably think it does. It really just takes learning a few principles of cinematography, making a few tweaks to your work, and just making it better. So if you're a filmmaker that wants to learn more about how to do that and you want to become a true cinematographer, I would invite you to check out my Cinema Mastery program. It's down in the description below. I'll have a link to it in there so that you can check it out. If you're not quite ready to invest in the program yet, that's totally fine. I've got a free training down there. So if you click on the same link, there will be a link for you to watch a free training, and then you can get a really good taste of what's inside the program and what I teach. And I even give away a ton of value for free on that free training as well. It's an hour long, totally free. All you gotta do is put in your email address. So if that's interesting to you, check out the description and the link down below. If you have any questions about this video, as always, leave me a comment down below, and then I will see you guys on next week's video, which hopefully will have our stuff here, and I'll be able to set up a little studio and make things look a little bit nicer. So we'll see you guys next week. Hope you guys are doing well. Bye-bye.